Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for January 29th, 2016. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss, with analysis for today's session here. We have the ES basically coiling up significantly now. We've had our rejection tail down below, and we've had prices pop up and are now just sitting at this zone. These bulls here that came in to defend aren't getting paid, and that's something you really have to watch out for. At the same time, there is a bit of acceptance that is being generated up here above this LVN, and again, that's fuel right there for the next phase of expansion either way. So we got to watch out how this thing plays out. It wouldn't surprise me for price to close within this range heading into the weekend, and then we see expansion in the upcoming week. I mean, if you look at this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight sessions of nothing but sideways range movement, that's going to manifest itself into some significant expansion whenever we do find direction. I've made no bones about it. This LVN here at 1846 remains the level here that bulls really need to keep bid, because below that level opens this thing up to the next downside targets. So if there's a failure to hold above that LVN, I know we're still away from it, you could see a continuation into 1746, the next LVN down. Above 1910, 1912 squeezes back toward 1950 with a shot to see the 1981 half LVN. Okay, taking a look now at the intraday time frame, you can see how much price is basically just traded in this range, and you can almost just put just a mark here. Put a mark across this high, a mark across these lows. Everything above 1900 here has been offered. That's been the case here. That was the case yesterday morning, and before that 1900s are offered right now, and everything below 1870, 1865 to 1870 is bid. So that's the zone right now. If price isn't in here, then you don't really want to be trading. If price isn't in here, you don't really want to be trading. You definitely want to avoid anything chopping around MC VPOC or 5-day VPOC right now. Okay, looking at crude oil. Here's a crude oil chart. Just a significant continuation here. I really wasn't a believer on this pop down right here, but once price sealed these two sessions and held the 3014s, that's what I kept mentioning. 3014s is the key level here, and right now bulls are doing a great job at keeping price above it. And then we saw the huge squeeze above 3303. We had a major rejection of prices well beyond it, but you can see in overnight trading, prices have stayed above 3303 and have attempted here to create acceptance. So that's important. There's an inside day developing right here in this tail event, and what we could be looking at is if there's acceptance above 3303, look for a continuation back toward these highs. I would say 3781 is the MC VPOC here to play to, should prices remain above 3303. If there's a rejection and you see price drop back below 3303 and a failure to maintain acceptance above that zone, that could open up another round of weakness back toward recent lows of 2756. Looking at the intraday time frame for crude oil right now, just a very quiet range in overnight trading. Again, the previous session was very volatile. We had that squeeze event to the upside above the 3303s. Price came back to 3303, and that's where we saw defense so far. We've seen prices hold basically between 34.50, around 34.25, and 33.03 here. So that's kind of the range right now where things are building out. Nice, well-developed bounce profile in overnight trading. Again, this is the zone that needs to be defended for a push higher. Otherwise, failure to hold this level opens up a return back toward 32.04 and 31.50. Okay, let's take a look at gold here. We did roll over to the J contract of gold. This is the J 2016 contract. I believe that's April. And so I have to update some of these key levels, but the pattern remains the same. We were talking about this pattern here. Pullback offers a buy opportunity. We got that move. Once we squeezed right here through the 1110 or 1109.90, this is where prices have now begun to be defended here for the next potential squeeze higher. We've reached both of our key targets, the monthly 75, the monthly 100. We got the first one here, the second one here, and that's what we were gunning for January. So throughout January, I said by the end of the month, we should get this one and this one. We got this one early in the month. We got this one late in the month. Now this is the last trading day of the month, and we're going to see new levels come into the market after Friday's session for February's month. So we're going to continue to watch 1110 here. That's the zone to defend for a continuation into 1145s or higher. Failure to hold that level opens up a return back toward recent lows of 1070. Okay, taking a look at the NQ now. Here's the NQ in a daily time frame, very sluggish, just like the ES. We held on the initial tail event here, and we've been holding above this CLVN at 40.72. Right now, prices are just basically coiling in this range and developing energy that will lead to the next major expansion move. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sessions here where we've traded in a range. I would expect Friday's range to be much of the same, trade in this range, and then maybe perhaps Sunday night, Monday morning, we're going to see expansion from this range, which could spark the next week to 2 weeks of expansion in that direction. So watch it very closely. I would say failure to hold this 40.72 right here opens up a move into 39.65 and 38.93. Above 42.56 opens up a return to 44.50. On the intraday time frame for the NQ, right now prices are just coiling within the range. This is the range to watch here. Above 41.96, especially at 4200, squeezes back to prior value at 42.33. So right now, this is the level bulls want to hold short term. That's value. Not likely to happen. So you really need to see a squeeze above 4200. That case right there would take you right back to this HVN. And again, that's going to be the 42.33 level. Now, right here, this is offered right now. 42's been offered. That implies a return to 41.30. That's the MCV-POC or HVN from the higher time frame. And then you have the previous lows at 4100. So really, it's been a 100-point range right here. Look for more of the same until expansion occurs outside the range. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this thing plays out the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and happy Friday.